Coach, you go on the road this past weekend to play Findlay. 38-7 victory. Can I get your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, it was it was a really great team effort. Offensively, we had 31 at halftime against a really good opponent. Defensively, our guys are freaking out because we gave up a touchdown for the first time in a few games. But I thought, complete victory, really good execution. And, just really happy to get through the non-league portion and looking forward to GLIAC play.
Yeah, and Coach, you said that the defense was a little upset that they even gave up a touchdown. It seems like every week we're talking about how good this unit is, but what does it say for the expectation that is set for them when they are upset giving up just 7 points?
I love the expectation. It's a little hard in the fourth quarter, which, they scored in the fourth quarter, but it's a little bit hard to, convince my defensive coaches to, put a few guys in and not worry about the score because they're wanting to, keep our defensive numbers good. But I always worry about injuries and things like that in the fourth quarter, and so that's the challenging part. But I love the fact that, they're taking that kind of pride in their numbers.
So, Coach, this weekend you're going on the road to play Saginaw Valley. Obviously, they're a team that came here last year and played a really close game with you guys. What are you expecting to see from this team and your team as you go and play them on the road?
Yeah, it's first game of GLIAC play. It is what it is. It's every week a battle. You got to come and bring your best game. We had 7 turnovers in that game last year, and we're lucky to win that game. And so, hopefully our guys kind of think, oh, maybe, that'll trigger something in their heads that, we just need to be locked in a little bit more. We have been in this week's, practice, and so I'm excited about it. But they've really grown their program, and Coach Brady and his staff have done a really nice job. So we know we have a handful for sure.
And Coach, what's been your main message to the team as you start GLIAC play?
I just basically on Sunday talked about the fact that, they could only do what they did. That means we had 4 non-conference games to start the season, 4-0. It's the best you can do. So pleased about that. And then, it's just same process for us. It's just locking in on one opponent a week, and we've been able to do that for a long time. And our guys are really gritty when it comes to our preparation for the next opponent.
All right, Coach, just talk about a little bit Saginaw Valley State. What do you notice about that team, and what do you think about that team as you face them on Saturday?
Well, first off, their defense is really good. They got the defensive back of the year in the GLIAC returning. They got a defensive line that's really stout, very challenging to push them around. Plus, they got a couple guys in the secondary that have played there a long time. So they're all good players, and their linebackers are good too. So I don't want to ignore them. Offensively, Coach Brady, I think, has taken the reins of the offense, and they kind of look a little bit more like us in regards to the system compared to last year. But their quarterback is really a great ball distributor, 3 solid running backs, good receivers, and an O-line that's grown over their time there. So they've all done a really good job at really preparing their team, and their kicking and punting game is really good. So they'll be a true challenge.
And how does it feel to get conference play start on the road started? And just talk about, is there maybe a little extra energy when it comes to these conference games, especially this is a game in state, and I'm sure there'll still be a good contingent of fans going to make their way to root for you guys down in Saginaw?
I don't know the answer to that question. I would say the players might have a better idea if they treat GLIAC play any different. To me, I never do. Like, a game is a game is a game is a game. Truthfully, I think our players did a great job preparing for every opponent we face in non-conference play, and I'm assuming they're going to do the same thing with conference play. And so I don't know if there's that extra, this is a GLIAC game. I don't know if there's extra anywhere I don't know if you can get more extra out of them, truthfully. I mean, our guys have been really locked in and very committed to the process of just being the best they can be day to day and playing every opponent, giving their best against every opponent on a Saturday.
And just quickly to talk about, you guys have been pretty much winning all your games decisively. Is this something that you expected, or are you a little bit surprised about how successful your team has been so far on both ends of the ball?
Yeah, I think all the games have felt really close. So that's just the way I am. So I'm not a scoreboard watcher, so I really can't say, we had, a lot of blowouts. I don't look at it that way. I just look at it really play by play, and our guys don't look at it that way. So whether it's a 1-point game or a 50-point game, our guys are playing the same way. I'm coaching the same way, and so we don't really, focus in on those kind of things.
And what's the status on Malik? Is he going to be?
He practiced all week, so he's getting better, and he's dressed and looks like he's ready to go. But we'll make that determination a little bit closer to game time. I want to make sure. I don't want to make the the mistake of playing him too early and then having an injury linger. And so I want to make sure he feels good, and we'll work with our training staff to ensure that he's ready to go.
Having had a couple road trips now, Coach, have you gotten a sense for the chemistry with this group, how much they like to play for each other and with each other game to game?
Yeah, it's the best we've had. We've won a lot of games on the road. I don't know how many in a row in the regular season, but we're comfortable. We're just, I've got football players, committed football players, and so it doesn't matter really, where we're playing or what the circumstances are. They know it's the only Saturday they have during a week, and only opportunity in football, you only play once a week, and so you better make the best of it.
But during the week, what are the competitions like here with the defense playing as well as your defense is playing, the offense as well? How much do you enjoy seeing them kind of go against each other throughout the week?
I actually said today to a couple of my guys, I said, man, Skelly, that's 7-on-7. What a period. We compete so hard. And I swear our defensive backs act like they're in a game, and our skill, the receivers and slots and running backs and quarterbacks and H-backs act like they're in a game. And so it's highly competitive. And so, yeah, it's really interesting to watch and practice for sure.
When we were talking to CJ, he was talking about how exciting it was that everyone's getting touches and making plays. When you hear that kind of attitude or see that mentality amongst your guys, what are your kind of emotions, thoughts about something like that?
Yeah, it's hard, man. I'll tell you, it's like Marcus Taylor deserves, 25 touches. CJ Jefferson deserves 25 touches. Tyrese Hunt Thompson deserves 25 touches. Our running back they deserve 25 touches. Our quarterbacks run the ball. They deserve a lot of touches. It goes on and on and on. And then when you say, well, geez, Coach, there's only 70 plays in a game. Yeah, so that's our challenge for sure. It's been our challenge for at Ferris State for a while. We've got a lot of guys, that are playmakers. And so, unfortunately, I can't please them all, and they got to be great team players, which they are, which is incredible. But it's hard to get everybody the ball as many times as they probably deserve to touch it.
That's why you play at tempo, right? You want to get those couple extra snaps, get a couple extra touches out there.
Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes it's just I look at the stats, I'm like, oh my gosh. That's why actually the other day we started against Finley with just getting the ball to Marcus a couple times. We started the game with him having a run, and then him having a throw, and then him having another throw, and it's like, just getting guys the opportunity to have the touches that they deserve, and CJ deserves a lot as well.
And Coach, having that many guys that you can trust with the ball in their hands, that's got to be for you as a coach, that's got to be a good feeling, a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's fun. Obviously, I think a lot of my guys and they're playmakers, and so it's great to have a high level of skill in our perimeter guys on both sides of the ball. But what's more like like the more that I appreciate is how humble they are and how willing they are to sacrifice for the good of the team. So that's really admirable by our players.
Coach, thank you so much, and good luck this weekend as you go on the road.
Thank you.